What's up BookTube? I'm you and welcome back to my channel. So to celebrate hitting like 200 and something subscribers, I would like to do a Q&A, and I asked around a few people to ask me questions and here I am to answer them. I'm sorry if there's weird noises in the background. I'm at the commune, so there's a lot of cars here and a lot of noise, but it's fine. We'll get used to it. I'll only be able to answer a few questions, but yeah, so let's do my first Q&A. Yes. Okay. First question is on Instagram and it is from @Zulika26. I don't know how to pronounce your name and I'm sorry if I mess up your names. And she asks, favorite author or book of all time, so far anyway. Because my favorite author is between Rick Riordan and John Green. I really love them. Favorite book of all time, it's really hard to choose one favorite book because I've read so many good books in my life. But one book that I've read multiple times is the Hunger Games trilogy and the Mortal Instruments series and also The Fault in Our Stars. Those are some of my favorites. Also Wonder is one of my favorites. The next question is also Instagram and this is one of my best friends, Daniela Labuscagni. I also did a few videos with her, but I'll link them down below if you want to see them. And she asks, what book that you've read so far has changed your life? The thing is, every time I read a book, it changes me. Like, every single book I read changes me. Because there's always a new perspective on something and it changes my mind completely. Like, after I read, what was that book called? I can't remember what the book was called, but it was The Program. After I read The Program, I started to realize how big depression is, and I started to become like an activist against depression, even though I also have it. And like when I read Wonder, I started to realize how mean kids can be, and this is just examples, but every time I read a book I see something new and then I start to realize how those things actually affect our lives every single day. So actually every book I read changes my life. @Tammy_bookbell asks, what book did you hate that everyone else seemed to love? I really hated Legend by Mary Lou. I couldn't stand it. I also read Champion, but I couldn't finish it because it was horrible. I just hated it so much. I just found it so boring. And also Fallen by Lauren Kate and the Hush Hush series by, I forgot who wrote it, but Hush Hush, Fallen, and the Legend series. I just can't stand them. On Twitter @Dan_VK asks, best book ever read. Also can't answer this. Anything by John Green. I also really liked Me, Earl and the Dying Girl. That was really good. Because it wasn't romancy and I just, oh, it was so good. It's really hard to choose just one. It's totally impossible for me. Like, I have many favorites. Victor from @TheShadyLurker on Twitter asks, most famous books have been adapted into films or TV series. Why do you still prefer reading them instead of watching their trilogies? The thing is, with books you get so much more detail, and also reading a book you get to see what the author wanted to show you in the book. Like, you learn so much more from books. Also, I love the feeling of actually having the book in my hand and knowing my brain is making its own movie. Like, how epic is the human brain to make its own movie in your mind? Like, how cool is that? Like, why should I watch a movie when I can make my own movie? So I really love reading. I love books, the feel of books, the smell of books. Books really comfort me, and I started reading in a really difficult time in my life. So books is kind of like my getaway thing. A lot of people listen to music when they feel down. I read. So I prefer books to movies and series because it's just so much better, and I just have good experiences with books. On Facebook, William Holden asks, how did you get into YouTube, BookTube? It was actually an accident. Like I was on YouTube, I think, or on Twitter or something, and this video came up about a book haul, I think, and I was just so amazed, like there's actual people out there who actually read, because that time in my life I didn't know many people who liked books, so I was like this big nerd, not really a nerd, but this huge book nerd, and I didn't know a lot of people who were like me, and I clicked on the video and I just fell into this world. Then so then I decided I wanted to be one of them, and so I told myself, if my one bookshelf is full, then I'll start my BookTube channel. Obviously that didn't work, because as soon as I got my camera I made my first video and I was like, BookTube. But the thing is, with BookTube, you shouldn't do it for fame or likes or anything. You should do this for making friends and learning about new books. Otherwise you'll just fail. Or not fail, it won't be fun. Like I love doing BookTube, it's fun, and I love meeting new people who love books, and that's like the only reason I'm doing this. So I think I got way off of point there, but yeah, I'm on BookTube because I love people who read and I love books, and I got into it because of that, and I just decided one day that I'm gonna do it, so here I am. Also on Instagram, back again. Again, at Daniela Labuskaghni. Manga or comics. I have only read a few manga in my life. I've read multiple comics. I love them both, I really do. But for this, I'll choose comics because I've read more comics. At the I'm really bad at English. At the Literary Lyricist, I think. What song would you choose to describe your all-time favorite book? Dude. Yellow Flicker Beat. Yellow Flicker Beat. That song really goes so well with Hunger Games. Like, it was really, when I heard it the first time, I freaked out because it was so epic and reminded me of the book so much. But to be honest, I think a song that describes most books I like is Bohemian Rhapsody, because it's just something of everything, and it's just a mix of everything, and it's a roller coaster. Because most books I read is really up and down and plot twists. I really like books that are not predictable, even though I know Hunger Games was a little predictable, but I like different things. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to do another Q&A, you feel free to ask me questions down below and I'll answer them in another video. I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird, but I'm a little bit sick, but it's fine, I'll survive. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe down below if you want to see more. Comment down below what your favorite book is, or if you have any questions, and thumbs up if you like this. And I will see you guys soon. Bye!